The Kingston air was thick with salt and secrets, but for Alara, the only secret that mattered was the one hidden inside the massive, brass-bound telescope at the University Observatory. She was a cartographer of the void, her life measured in light years and declination angles. Liam, a visiting PhD candidate from London, measured his life differently, in the perfect tension of a freshly tuned guitar string and the precise geometry of a jazz chord. He'd come to Jamaica not for the stars, but for the rhythm, to record the island's pulse for his dissertation on global musical echoes. They met not over the stars, but over a failed power grid. It's the humidity, Alara sighed, wiping sweat from her brow, a streak of carbon grease marking her cheek. It eats the wiring for breakfast. The observatory's main dome was stuck halfway open, mocking the brilliant, moonless night. Liam was downstairs, trying to run his recording equipment on a sputtering backup generator. He heard her frustrated groan and ascended the winding metal stairs. "Trouble in paradise?" he asked, his accent a soft, surprising melody in the quiet dome. Alara turned, surprised by his presence and the easy, crooked warmth of his smile. "Paradise has a blown fuse," she muttered, gesturing at the complex machinery. "I'm trying to catch the tail end of Comet Swift-Tuttle. If I miss the window, it's 2 years before its trajectory is this clear again." Liam, a man who built harmonies from chaos, looked at the delicate network of gears and chains. "I'm useless with stars," he said, "but I'm decent with circuits and mechanics. A broken heart and a broken machine usually follow the same logic, a critical connection is severed." Liam didn't argue with her facts. He only took her face in his hands. "Alara, we track comets that take decades to circle back. We listen to sounds that were made before we were born. Distance is just a number. It's the connection that matters." He pulled a small, silver pendant from his pocket. It wasn't jewelry, it was a tiny, intricately engraved astrolabe, a medieval instrument used for celestial navigation. "This is the first GPS," he said. "It tells you where you are by using the sky. Take it. Use it to find your way. I'm going to finish my dissertation, and when I'm done, I'm coming back to Kingston. I'll make this island my permanent rhythm. Will you wait for the return?" Alara didn't hesitate. She knew a true orbit when she felt it. She knew the certainty of an object pulled toward a gravity it couldn't deny. "It will be a long orbit," she said, letting him clip the tiny astrolabe around her neck. "The best orbits always are," Liam said, kissing her fiercely, a promise made beneath the indifferent, eternal stars. "I'll see you in a blink, my cartographer." And as he left, Alara looked up at the sky, not with the cold scrutiny of a scientist, but with the warm certainty of a lover. She knew, absolutely, that their paths had crossed not by chance, but by destiny, a beautiful, high-risk, high-love collision. She looked at the tiny, ancient map on her chest and started planning the next 2 years, mapping not the heavens, but their eventual reunion. "But they're the same," she'd counter, pointing to a swirl of distant nebulae. "Patterns repeat. Fractals. Look at the spiral of that galaxy, and then look at the curl of a crashing wave on hell's higher beach. The structure of the universe is music." He wrote a piece of music for her, titled Cartographer's Waltz. It was sparse and intricate, built around a deep, pulsing bass line that mimicked the rhythm of the star's birth and death. The melody was high and clear, like a solitary signal traveling across a vacuum. One damp evening, sitting beneath the telescope that first brought them together, Liam played the song for her, his fingers gliding over the fretboard. When the final, resonant chord faded, he gently took her hand, his thumb tracing the grease smudge that still faintly lingered on her skin from that first night. "Alara," he whispered, his eyes earnest, "you are my North Star. You give me direction when everything else is moving." The semester ended. Liam's visa was expiring, his work in London was calling him back. "The distance is immense," Alara admitted one morning, watching the sunrise paint the sky orange. "Light takes time to travel. We are 4,600 miles apart." He spent the next hour with her, not forcing his help, but offering his hands and his flashlight. He didn't talk much, simply humming a low, wordless tune as he patiently traced the wires. As the generator hummed back to full life and the dome grumbled open, revealing the velvet blackness dusted with diamond light, Alara felt a profound shift. It wasn't the stars, it was the easy rhythm of cooperation. "Thank you, Liam," she said, her voice softer than she intended. "My pleasure, Alara," he replied, and for the first time, she saw a universe of curiosity in his dark eyes. Their love story wasn't a sudden explosion, but a slow, inevitable gravitational pull. She showed him the precise, cold beauty of the Andromeda Galaxy, explaining how its light had traveled for 2.5 million years just to hit her eyepiece. He showed her the hot, vibrant beauty of a Mento folk song, explaining how a rhythm could travel across oceans and centuries, changing slightly but keeping its core truth. Their dates were unconventional, sitting on the roof of the observatory, sharing cheap Jamaican patties and arguing over whether the universe's constant expansion was more beautiful than a perfect diminished chord. "You map the outside, the vastness," he'd say. "I map the inside, the human heart's tiny, complex rhythm."